like to welcome everybody to episode one of my podcast, The Meaning of Words. It's completely unscripted, completely unfiltered. Uh, I think the best things come in life when it's not rehearsed. And one of my favorite sayings is live in the moment. So I give you the truth in the moment. I'm never gonna create something or misconstrue something just to make it sound better. I'm gonna give you honesty. And if you're listening, I appreciate you. So for episode one, the word we're gonna start off with is love. Love means so many different things to different people. Love means bliss. Love means joyful. Love means pain. Love means forever. Love means in the meantime. So I'll just tell you for me, growing up, someone who grew up without a father, so I always had that yearning in my heart to have a family, to have a wife, to have kids of my own. Because I always stated, I was going to give them that love that I never had. From a young kid, I would always say that. I can go back as far as being 7 or 8 thinking that. I can go on Facebook and see a post from 2008, 2009 saying, no, I want a wife, I want kids. Not understanding back then that I knew nothing about love, or life for that matter. If you would have asked me when I was 15, 16 what love meant, I'd have gave you different answers. I'd have thought love meant being together. Love meant being happy and harmonious and everything's perfect. And as I grew and went through different relationships, whether that was romantically or friendships, I started to understand that love is not one thing. Love is not something you can just put a label on and say, here's the definition of love. This is what we're going to go with. Love is so many things. It's being unselfish. It's about caring about others more than yourselves. Love is giving. Giving everything that you have, even when you don't have enough. I always say, and even as I say this now, I don't really know if I know the true answer to this question, but I've been asked before, have I been in love? And my answers have varied over the years. Sometimes I say yes, I've been in love 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I say no, I've never been in love. Because I think when we go through situations, we always think, this is it, this is love. And we're in that relationship. I love them, I love him, I love her. Then later on, we're like, maybe it wasn't really love, maybe it was lust. Or maybe I was in love for the moment. But how can that be? If love is this omniscient thing, how can you not know? And I asked myself that question recently. I said, how do you not know? How do you not know if you've been in love 3 times or you've never been in love? And if the answer is 3, was it really love? How can you love 3 different people completely? And the answer is no. Well, how do you think that makes them feel? Was it just wasted time? Was I just going through the motion? So as I sat and thought more about the answer to that question, I started to go back through the different situations and scenarios I was in. And it made me realize that, have I been in love? Yes and no. Because there's no concrete answer. Yes, at the time, I loved that person with all my heart. I'd have died for them. I'd have gave my life for them. I would have devoted myself to them, gave them anything they wanted that was in my power. And no, because I never had that movie like this is it feeling. And I know movies aren't realistic. They aren't the blueprint of how a relationship's gonna be or feeling should be. But they come from somewhere. Like that feeling is somewhere. There are people who fall in love at first sight. There are people who say, "You're the one I'm gonna marry." And you might not know it now, but it's gonna be you. So when I say, yes, I've been in love and no, I've been in love, it's a complete fact. And love is so different. Like I said, I love with everything in me. I'm passionate. I'm a hopeless romantic. I still believe in, if you're going to be in love with somebody, you give them your all. You show them the good, you show them the bad, and you just hope they're willing to stay at the end. So, when I say I love passionately, I mean, I'm going to remember everything that you say to me. It might seem like I'm not listening, but I heard you say that you wanted a Care Bear when you were 3. I heard you say your mom always favored your sister over you. I heard you say your dad was never there and you've been searching for that love. I heard you say all you ever wanted was a hug growing up. And I know, for people who know me, I like to joke a lot. I consider myself a jokester, comedian, and all that. And I'm not always being serious. It's my defense mechanism. It's something I do. Because everyone fears rejection at the end of the day. Because with love comes hurt. And 9 times out of 10, when you shoot that shot for love, you get hurt. And no one wants to be hurt. No one likes that feeling of being let down. No one likes the feeling of expectations and realizing what you expected to be wasn't what it was. So we all put up guards. We all try to hide how we truly feel. Or we all, start off giving 10, 20, 30, 40% of ourselves just to see what boundaries, what are they willing to accept, what are they willing to not accept. So yeah, sometimes I will joke and minimalize things just to avoid that feeling of that love being unrequited. But anyone who knows me, they know when I love, I give my all. If I only have $1 in my pocket and you need it, I give it to you. If you've never seen the coast, I'll take you there. I've taken women on dates I've taken picnics. I've taken to pottery places where you just sit there and paint and you craft something. I've gone to see family. I've sent flowers. I've left rose petals just leading to the door to other things. And I'm not saying any of this stuff to brag, saying I'm better than the next guy. I guess it goes back to the way that I was loved when I was growing up. I was loved with money. My family was never a very affectionate family. It was a family of, I'll buy you this. Hey, you want that PlayStation game? I'll buy you the PlayStation game. But when it's time to talk about feelings, we don't discuss that. So a lot of my relationships, it fizzled out, mostly on my end, because I only knew how to love one way. I knew how to give you everything, like spoil you with money, spoil you with gifts, spoil you with that. But when it came to sitting down and having a conversation and communicate, I failed. Failed miserably, I can say that. But I learned over the years that being you is the most important thing you can do in life. Because you never want to have somebody love you for the version of you they think that you are, or the version of you they perceive that you are, or the version of you that you show them. Because someday down the line, one or two things are going to happen. The real you is going to creep out, and they're going to be shocked. They might leave. They might run. Or you're going to forever hide who you truly are, and you're going to regret it all one day. And I never want to be somebody who regret things. I don't regret any relationship I ever been. I don't regret any girl I ever made feel special, I ever hurt, I ever lied to, I ever made smile. I don't regret any of it. Because you should never regret things that brought happiness to you. And you should never regret things that taught you a lesson. And I guess the biggest lesson in life is you're never gonna understand love. You're never gonna do things right the first time. But as long as you're willing to work at it, as long as you're willing to be great. When I say be great, I mean be open, be free, be willing to know that you don't know everything. So I feel like I'm in a different phase in life, and this next phase, I'm gonna make sure that as I continue to grow, I'll never tell another person that I love them without truly defining what that love means. Thank you for tuning in.